All right, guys. Just checking. My YouTube stream is okay, and there is no issue. And I think we will begin then. All right. I think everything is good. Let me check the sound. Perfecto. So we are go. Perfect. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining in. This is my 12th video on developing my application. The application is basically having notes, creating my own notes for my mobile, my Quran that I'm reading. If there's some ayah that I like, I can just create a note over there, and there will be interlinks with multiple ayahs as well. So this is good news because we have already deployed. So there is some good news because we have already deployed around three versions of it. So 1.3.1 is now live, and it has most of the features that we have deployed till last week, till Thursday. So now let's start what we are going to do today. Remember, if you guys remember yesterday, we created the application. We created a whole document about how we are going to do the search functionality. At this point, the functionality is really bad, and we do not have any clear vision. Like, we cannot find any specific information from it except for keyword search. So that will still be there, but what I want to do was to come up with a plan, or come up with a way that I can just write a sentence and it would go and find it for me. It might not be the exact sentence that I have written, but it would find out the uh, most similar ayah from over there. So that was the main plan that I wanted to do, and I think I have created a better document. Yesterday it was just a slideshow of what we were going to do, but because this feature is dependent upon multiple tasks that needs to be done, so I have created another document that I will be sharing with you guys and talking to you about that document, and what are the steps going to be in that document. All right. So I think before we begin, basically this was the main idea of of this intro. But I think let's just dive in and see where it leads. We will be talking about the search functionality in detail, and if we had some, we are going to have some time extra. If we had some extra time, then we are going to create the. We're going to start coding the application as well. But we are going to limit ourselves to like 30 to 40 data points rather than the whole Quran data points. All right. So let's start. Sorry. Okay, so you can see my YouTube. Uh, let's take out the widget so that I know how many people are at this moment connected. It seems like no one is live at the moment. Give me a second so that I am ready to do the testing. All right. So I think time to start now. Okay, so this is the document that I've created. It is the same document that I was talking to you guys about. Like, I think I closed it. It was basically the slides that we have created. Now, all that stuff is now in more detail. All right. So again, as I've explained, it is to make this our search better. So all this information uh, is is in this document, and I've already talked about it. If anyone wants to have this document, I can happily help them out, and you just you just provide me a comment with your email address, and I will send it to you guys. All right. Anyways, anyone who's joining right now, please subscribe because this is my 12th video, and when I'm making these videos, I'm hoping that somebody would be getting the information that I'm trying to explain, or some kind of information that he want that will make him better. So it takes time for me to come up with this the whole agenda for the video. So please, it would be grateful, and I will be obliged if you guys subscribe as well. All right. Perfect. So let's start. Okay, so this is the document, and as I said, we are going to create a topics.json file. Now, what is going to be inside the topics.json file? So this is the basically the structure of it. So there will be an ID just to make sure that nothing similar is up. No similar IDs are there in the JSON structure. Then the type. Okay, there can be four. There can be four types of types, basically a person, concept, story, and place slash event. All right, so through that you will be able to get that information. You will be able to categorize what the information, what person is asking specifically. Then the label meaning that what is the main story, like what is the purpose of this ayah basically. And then aliases, so in Arabic it might be something else like ashab kahf, then seven sleepers, youths of the cave. So there might be different name in different languages for this for specific stories, concepts. So this aliases will provide us with the information there is against that name basically. Then paraphrases, so a lot of times a person when he's going to search, he won't be searching like people in the cave. It can people of the cave, people in the cave, people and the dog, uh, living in the cave, sleeping in the cave. So there might be so many options when a person is looking for this story, and when in the search bar. Because with me it's the same thing. Like I don't want to exactly type what is in the story. What I want to do is basically I just give them a hint that this is the story that I want, and the search would be able to provide that information at that moment. All right. Okay, so the next part is passages. So this is basically provide us what from where the range of the ayahs where the story is being told. So there might be a range between like 1 to 50, 50 to 100. Like in this case, it's 18, Surah 18 from 9 to 26. Then there might be another Surah 55 from 2 to 7, for example. But the from can never be smaller. The two cannot be smaller than the from. That is one of the things that we need to make sure. Then related. So basically, the concepts which is it is related to. For example, this cave, Tawheed, because those guys were really strong in their beliefs and they didn't want to convert, so that's why they went into the cave to hide. Then resurrection, they were brought back, they were woken from their sleep. So this is the whole story basically. So yeah, so you get the picture. And then the summary like provide us in some information of how to do that. All right. So basically this is the structure of the application. All right. So now let's move ahead and see what we are going to do with the graph relations. So basically this is going to be the level 1, and this is just a version 1. All right. So what it is going to do is it is going to create a relationship. Basically, for example, one ayah, there's multiple ayahs, so it will create a relationship that these are the ayahs that are similar. So this way, like we will have a dictionary of what ayahs are being combined together. Okay. So but I still need to think about how it's going to be done. So let's move ahead and let's just get fixated. This is just a concept that we are going to implement, but we do not yet know how we're going to implement it. So let's wait and see what it is going to do. Okay, then automated pipeline. So this is basically what we are planning on doing. Like this is a structure that we are going to go ahead do this instead of authorizing topics that are by hand. So so we are going to import a script, and then LLM batch enrichment, and then graph scripts, and then optional sample QA. So the plan is that everything will be residing in the mobile. So we have to make the data so easy to get that mobile does not have any problems downloading or getting the data to the front end screen. Okay, so a lot of things that we will be doing is from getting data from different sources. So this is one of the sources, QSAC, which has multiple topics, and we will be able to get the data. It is free for use at this moment. It is open source, so there is not going to be any problem with it. So then there's another this Taqi Usmani simple.json is already inside in our application. In our application, that we can use that, and then Ibn Khatir JSON as well. This is also already in our application, so we don't need to worry about that. But these are the 4 points which will be providing us which will be enriching our data basically. Okay, so let's do the first phase. All right, finalize the JSON schema above. So this is something that we will be doing today. Then prefer importing the full ontology 300 plus topics filter in UI if needed rather than hand picking 40. Okay, and then confirm local text sources translation Arabic assets for matching tafsir. So basically what the main function is going to be that we are going to get the data from the schema and the sources, and we're going to make it we're going to prepare it to utilize it in the later script. Okay, so this is the phase 0, and phase 1 is going to be write an import script that fetches QSAC and walk the topic APIs mapping into our schema. Perfect. And then persist raw import for reproducibility. So this is one thing that I have learned recently in my preview, like this year's projects. What we are doing recently, and I think this is a very good uh, uh, you can say this is a very good way to think about the data basically. So every time there's one main source of data in all of our applications. All right, and then what we do in all of our applications, we just create a JSON on top of it, and then we use that JSON to update the data on top of our for the front end side. We do not use the master data, we use the secondary layer JSON that is being used by the front end side. All right, and the reason being that, like whenever you, for example, my JSON gets corrupted, right? It is possible, it has happened. So what happens is, like, if the JSON is corrupted, okay, I know this is corrupted, so let's bring it back up. So what I do is we use the data, we enrich the JSON again, and then again it starts working. So it's a backup plan. Like sometimes because of pushing the data and editing the data, JSON gets corrupted. So that way we are using the backup master data to enrich the JSON data, and that way it helps us to make the application more stronger. All right, so this is a good practice when the data is limited and like there's no GBs or TBs of data. It is a good practice because it helps maintain the data clean. Secondly, there's another part of this solution as well. The other part is that when you're editing or adding a data, it should be added in JSON as well as in the master data as well. But the master data will never be used for calling the data. The JSON will be the one that will be calling the data. So if you think about it, it's similar to the way the database is working at this moment. Like the database has one master and there's multiple slaves. So the slaves are the one that are allowing the data to be getting from there. But all the data that needs to be saved is done in the master side, right? Basically, it's a basic concept. I'm not like making it 100% similar to that concept that we have done, but this is a good idea. So whenever you're creating an application, do think about this stuff as well, because this is something that do take some time to do. All right, so then the next step is LLM enrichment. This I will be doing offline, so by tomorrow we will have this data. So we won't be doing this today because I don't know how much time is it going to take, and when it's doing it, there won't be much time to talk about anyways. So this is something that I plan on doing on my own, and I don't think it will take that much time to do. But it's just what it is going to do is going to take the JSON all the four data sources, and it's going to enrich the JSON. And then we are going to see that if the data initially I will only be doing it for 30 data points, so that I want to see if the data that is coming in is even correct or not, because this is something important to me, and I don't want the people to see the wrong data. And if they see the wrong data, it question marks the authenticity and integrity of the application itself. So that is something that I have to be really careful about. And probably that's why I will be coming up with a separate video where I'll be making a verification process in app script, I think. And that way it will be a separate video and how I'm going to do that. So maybe tomorrow I might not go on live, or I might go on live, but I'll be fixing some other stuff. And but this will probably be, I'll hold until we have that data accurate and correctly. So probably what, in a day or two, I think by Friday we'll be releasing this application. And if all goes well there, I think we will be good, in a good shape at that time. All right, so let's do these two phases. And I just wanted to spend some time on this document, because this document is going to to provide us how we are going to do the search implementation. If you think about it, the searching part would be the easy part at this moment. The JSON would be the creation of JSON, and the adding the data in the JSON is the main important part, and it should be accurate. So even if we are playing on the application, I'm seeing, you will be able to see me playing around it. I might not release it until the next, until next week, or there will be a second option as well. I'll do every week, I'll do 30 data points and I'd update it. I do 30 data points and update it. Reason being that I don't want to be stuck in this situation that I'm validating all the data points, and behind, like, and do not push any other issues as well, any other problem fixes or requirements that are coming from the customer. I don't do that. So yeah, I think I have been talking to you guys a lot. Hope you understand this, the what I'm talking to you guys about, and see if everything is working fine or not. All right. Okay. So where are we now? Okay. This is fun. Okay, so let's talk about this. I think it will. This is a good point that I talked to you about this JSON as well. Basically, I took this JSON from the API that they have provided. I just wanted to see what kind of data it will have. And if you see over here, this is the JSON viewer that I have opened up. And let's go to the top and just see the structure of it. All right. So if you look over here, this is JSON, and there in the JSON there's data, and there's 18 domains with 338 topics. And when you click on that topic, you'll see there's like ahkam, Islamic law. Then there's another one which is akhirah, which is the end of times. So that is another thing. So, and there are other within it, there's multiple categories as well. Day of judgment, death and grave, human reactions to on the day, paradise, reward and punishments, and then sign of the hours. Okay, so nonetheless, I think it is time we just let AI do its work and come up with the plan what we are going to do next. Okay, let me open up my back to our main screen. No, not this one. Ta-da! Welcome everybody. Love talking to you guys, man and women and ladies and gentlemen. So let's start the page again. So let's tell it topic. Use this document to create, to do what? Let's to do what is going to be use this document to create. Phase 0 and phase 1. So basically the purpose of this is to see. Maybe I'll just use cursor's LLM to do this for me. Let me try and think. Let me think if I can do phase 2 as well. Maybe it's easier this way. But then I think I need to add, because I've been using a lot of cursor. I might be running out of the tokens, so I'm thinking that I should create I should add a new feature to it, Graphify. I know you guys might not know about it, but it's a very good tool to structure your application in a way that basically Graphify does what it does is basically it reads all the documents and then create another file within our structure, and then the next time the cursor is going to query LLM, it will first check Graphify files and then understand the nodes, and then it will work according to it. So basically it reduces the token by 3 times or 4 times the way we are using it right now. Yep. So anyways, until this is working, let's talk about something else that I have been thinking of talking to you guys about, and that is like yesterday I had a very interesting time with I was on X and I was just messaging random people, and so I created a post in which I was talking to let me show you rather than just talk about it. Let's do that, I think. So let's go to my where was it? Wow, it's successful. I can't believe, yeah, this one. So this was something that I was laughing about. So I created this post because why can't Google fast track their review process? Basically, the problem is that last week I applied for the review of my application Islamic Companion, and I still do not know if it is successful. It's just in pending. So that is why I got frustrated by it, and I just posted it. And at down below you can see Google Play's response: share your app package name via DM so we can investigate the issue and provide more assistance. The funny thing is, the system, I even provided them with the package name, and still they were not able to provide me with the information that I'm looking at. They said it will take some time, you just need to be patient. So that sucks. Yeah, but still it's still something that we can be okay with. Okay, so let's go back to our development, because right now we are the data is there now. How can I verify it? So it is saying in the assets topic schema.json formal JSON schema. Okay, let's go check it out. Assets topics in JSON. Okay, so it is already there, right? Divine JSON, divine dashboard. Let's find. Okay, so I want to find over here stories. So everything is already done by us. So did they even phase 1? Okay, so phase 1 download KSEC ontology and CSV mapping to schema. Assets topics presentation draft catalog IA index raw KSEC plus meta.json. This type split so far 246 constant 52 unknown 21 events 17 persons 2 place empty paraphrases related wait for phase 2 LLM enrichment. Okay, let's find out what are those 52 unknowns. Let's do that. So I've asked what provide details of 52 unknowns. So I want to know what are those unknowns, because there shouldn't be any unknowns in this. The bridge. What is the bridge? The scales. Angel of death 10, death 78, punishment of hell 155, angels 147, regret on judgment day. I want to know how did the script. So I just want to know, like, how did the script created the structure, because this is something that it wouldn't have been easy to do. I'll walk through the import script. Let me see if I can increase the size now. Nothing was handwritten npm write into topics. Ran scripts import Quran topics.mgs which map to POSIX files into your schema. Oh, so this is good. So, all right. I was thinking that we were the ones who will be working on this application, and we will be the ones who will be creating this connectivity, like connections between multiple topics. But thank God we don't have to do that because that's already done for us. Okay, so wrap. Okay, so if we are done with phase one, what about phase two? Should we go for phase two, or should we just come up with? So should we create phase two, or should we just go with phase four? Mm, I think I'm gonna make a git save for this part. So I haven't put any push comment over here, but it's okay. I will do that when I have the time. But should I do this or no? This is the question, because I don't know how it's going to react. Uh, but I have the commits, right? So what should I do? Two, three, four. I'm just trying to make sure that I do not mess it up. What we have done built so far. Otherwise, it might take some more time to do this. But we will never know until we start it on our own, right? So basically, what I'm trying, I to. So I have asked to search for phase two, three, four. Then run the full pipeline. I have an LLM studio in my laptop. So if I have DeepSeek, should we use that? I'm just afraid that it might not provide with the correct answers. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so today's video is more about theoretical information rather than working, because this is something that I'm learning myself as well. Uh, I have done similar kind of things, but this is becoming complicated. And to tell you the truth, I'm a bit extra nervous because it has to do with the religion, and if I messed anything up, it can come back to me to haunt me basically. So that is why I'm trying to be careful and get a bit more focused, that I do not make any mistakes over here at this moment. And that's why I'm asking what everything does as well. But the thing is, that I'm thinking of, I hope that we do not go into a problem over here. So tomorrow, I think let's let it run, and let me see what is the time right now. I think I wanted to do a half-hour video today. Yeah, so we have reached our time, or at least for the timeline that I was thinking of, and I think it will be a good time that I should end the video over here. But I have a plan that, like, after this week, because this week is uh, quite busy in my own personal reasons. There's some family members that are at our home, and that is why I'm not able to give the full time that I want to give it. But I think it will be a good time that uh, let me do this stuff on my own and see if it is going to work. If it is not going to create a problem, and tomorrow I'll provide you with an update about what happened today, or like in the morning, tomorrow morning. So that way you guys won't be spending time on understanding, getting stuck in this as well. And I will be there to help you out, guide you, and come up with the proper slides as well, that what happened, where did I get stuck. And once this is done, then the fun part will begin, where we're going to create the UI for the searching part. I have no idea what is it going to look like, but that is something that I'm really looking forward to. That is the part, because to tell you the truth, I like UI at this moment because I am trying to get better at user flows. User flow for me right now is one of the most important thing that can make an application great. Like, a lot of time application is great, but if the UI sucks, it will not represent that the application is good to the client or the user. So we need to make it better. The UI should be extremely easy, extremely consistent with the other flows, and there shouldn't be any bugs and issues within the application itself. Having said that, I think it is time for me to say goodbye. I would love you all to subscribe to this channel so that I can share all other live videos as well, because I am coming with a lot of plans that I will be doing once this live video is successful and I have 1,000 users in users for my application. But until then, I think it is best that you guys can keep on subscribing so that I can make more better and more content like this, and much better content like the one that I am showing right now. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye bye.